Hey, Terrasaur here with another, I don't know what to call these, but I guess I'll just call it team fight analysis. And I think Fnatic is one of the best team fighting teams in Europe, and they're also really good at getting picks. And I'm going to try something a little different where I do kind of John Madden kind of thing, where I'm going to start drawing on the screen and all that stuff. So bear with me, guys, and tell me if you guys like this or not in the comments or something like that. So anyways, we're just going to look at this fight real quick. As the fight starts, Nif is going to get a frostbite onto Soaz, and then that's not really going to do much, except for kind of initiate and start this fight, but Wicked is going to be caught over here and look towards Cyanide because he's going to get a good flank. So as this clip rolls, bam. Whoops. Let's see. There we go. So anyways, as the clip rolls, we can see Cyanide, who walked over like this, got a nice 3-man ult on 3 full HP targets, so it did the most damage as an Eve, and he's getting a huge shield for it over here. Wicked right now is locked up by Soaz's Never move, and Xpeke is looking at Wicked and Nif over here, but I think he's just gonna try to Rift Walk out, as Yellowstar is gonna shoot a Tidal Wave and Nif is gonna shoot a Glacial Fissure at the same time in the opposite direction. So it's gonna force Reckless to walk backwards, and it's gonna cut this whole region with a Glacial Fissure that Soaz can't walk through, so he's gonna have to walk downwards over here. Meanwhile, because of Cyanide, this whole area is just focused on Cyanide right now, and Cyanide's gonna end up dying and he's gonna have to flash over. So the Glacial Fissure goes off, Cyanide flashes, he dies. They're all still focused on Wicked. Wicked right now is just burning through his mana bar. You can kind of see it behind the AL Shook has killed Fnatic Cyanide. It's getting pretty low right now. Nif is also chunked just from Reckless's DPS as it goes on. Tab shoots the rockets, and this is very, very important. Whoops. So when we look over here, Tab, Shook, and Froggen are still pretty chunked from the Evelynn ult, and they're about to take pure damage from Reckless. This is why Lucian is a pretty good AD carry, and he's not top tier anymore after the nerfs, but he's still pretty damn good. He's outputting DPS while he's running backwards. So right now Reckless is getting good position, walking backwards from this team fight, and he's doing damage. Wicked is going to look right now to walk forward and walk into Soaz and Yellowstar to try and get a pick with Nif, but Wicked's mana is still running out because he has his ultimate going on, and he's half HP, and Soaz is gonna lose his bird form. So Shook goes in, Soaz flashes, and this is very, very good by Yellowstar. So, gonna take a quick look at this. I don't know why I have to do it twice. Anyways, so Yellowstar gets a good bubble. Froggen, he got the reset from over here and jumped to over here. And Yellowstar gets a triple bubble on Shook, Froggen, and Nif, which is super, super good. So now Wicked is isolated over here. It's just Wicked, and look at his health bar right here and right over here. Reckless got a crit on Wicked, so Wicked got a lot more chunk than he expected, and he's building MR because he's going against a Swain. So now when you go over here and look at someone like Tabs, he's not doing anything. This is why Jinx is not that good at team fights unless she's actually in the mix, which is what also like what Jinx is as a character. She's supposed to get in the mix. She doesn't have a range, she doesn't have an escape, so that's why she has such high DPS. But Reckless, the whole time, he put DPS onto the whole backline, shooting with his ultimate. So the chunk on Nif, Froggen, and Shook is all Reckless damage, and Tabs got no damage on anyone other than Cyanide. So as the fight progresses, The bubble goes off, Tabs launches another ability, and this was super, super, super good by Soaz. I'll print screen. So Soaz gets a, I think I'll do it in purple actually. So Soaz gets a never move over here. Actually, no, purple was really bad color because of all the abilities. Let's do it in red. Soaz gets a never move right there, and Xpeke gets his force pulse right over there as well. So Nif, Wicked, and Shook are now super chunked. So they took a bunch of AoE damage from the Evelyn. They took AoE damage from Reckless's ultimate. They took AoE damage from Soaz's never move. They took AoE damage from the force pulse. And this right here, Tab still hasn't auto attacked anyone since he last auto attacked Cyanide. Meanwhile, Reckless is putting out damage the whole time onto Wicked, onto Nif, onto Shook, and to the Froggen, who eventually dies because Xpeke, he uses his Q, his W, and he kills Froggen really, really quickly. So Froggen's jump in was pretty suicidal and kamikaze. And here's where Fnatic starts to turn the fight. Soaz gets his cooldown back up for his ultimate. He gets a Wicked actually goes back in on Soaz because he realizes that he's about to die, so he's trying to just slow down the team. Reckless gets the kill. Tabs is forced to flash, and he hasn't auto-attacked anything. And right here's a really good example of just trying to make the best out of a bad situation. So let's print screen this, and I'm going to have to do it twice, which is pretty dumb. So anyways, so their Alliance is trying to make the best of a bad situation, and if you look at the fight, what's gonna happen is Soaz is gonna start teleporting right over here to a ward, and it's kind of cut off because of the way I print screen this, which is whatever. So Soaz is gonna teleport over to the ward where this purple is, which is behind Tab, Shook, and Nif, and he's gonna come over here and flank them. Reckless and Xpeke just went on to Nif, and Nif is gonna die for this, and then Soaz is gonna come around and he's gonna zone out Tabs and Shook when they start going towards the bottom area. Yellow Star, I'm pretty sure, is gonna die for this because of Shook's Q, and towards the end of the fight, Shook and Xpeke are just going to end up trading over by Fnatic's blue buff, and Tabs is going to get zoned off, and he's going to die because he burned his flash to go from over here to over here, and then this whole time, like this whole fight is won by Reckless because he was putting out DPS, while Tabs, all he shot was his little zap cannon, and it didn't really do much. So as we're going to let the fight roll out, Shook goes in onto Nif, he dies, Reckless gets the kill onto Nif, or Shook actually went on Yellow Star. So I zoned them out, so Reckless got a free crit and kill onto Tabs. Shook and Xpeke are going to run over to the blue buff, and then Shook's going to get the quick kill onto Xpeke. And I'm going to just let that roll out, and thanks for watching, guys. Tell me how the John Madden thing went. I know there was a few complications, but hopefully I might do it again if it actually was good.